along with those 3 items plus add 2 more as maybe a way to at least achieve something into the future. People are getting tired of me saying we're moving into bad economic times. Well, we're not moving there, we're living in them now. And we're going to have to set priorities to continue to move forward in the future because we do not have an equal amount of resources. We have a lessening amount of resources. And that's going to equate into government jobs, government funding, and government programs. And the people of Mendocino County have not seen the area that we're going to end up yet. We're the largest employer in the county. That's going to change quite possibly, just due to a lack of resources. And so we're going to have to set priorities to be able to survive this situation and move forward. So maybe it's a token, but if we could at least agree to 3 or 4 or 5 of these items and continue moving forward. If we can't agree to that, I agree with David, this has been a waste of time. So I would ask that without infrastructure, we don't have a baseline to build from. And certain cities might have ideas about hemming us in, etc. But we have to look out for the county, whether or not which district we represent. We have to look out and make votes and decisions on the entire county. And I think these 3 or 5 items certainly are a good place to start from.
So one of the things I was going to suggest as a way to have right now or between now and the December 15th board workshop, which is our end of the year wrap-up, if each board member could indicate which of the strategies were your highest priority, which strategies we thought the county should look at. This list actually was started in March and it's been added to regularly as more information has come forward. So it is kind of a living document. This is morphing. I can add a column for lead party. The reason I had the county responsibilities column was exactly that, to say in some cases, for example, attracting businesses from outside the county responsibility as it stands right now is to provide funding to EDSD and the Promotional Alliance and assist with communication and coordination. Definitely been focused on the steps needed to move forward the general plan and the housing element and the Ukiah Valley area plan. And the goal for 2009 is that all of those are coming to fruition, and we are far enough down the path on them that I believe I can reasonably and responsibly say that they should be completed by the end of next year. And at that point, we'll be able to maybe shift gears. We will be able to say for items J that, in fact, we have completed those, and we will then move into the implementation phase. So if that makes sense, maybe just jotting some notes on this page and getting it back to me, and then I can provide you with the results in December and build that into next year's work plan draft.
To just have one, I'm not so sure that J, ensure updates of the general plan and related documents, is really a strategy for economic development. I mean, that's just something we have to do by law anyway. And when you look at our general plan, what's our general plan? It's going to add 1 acre of commercial and drop 4 acres of industrial. I don't think that's an end all to our economic development. I don't think it comes near it in the scale of, say, water and infrastructure. I just don't. I don't think it should be on the same page.
Supervisor, I'm not trying to compare the two as equal, but do disagree with you wholeheartedly and very aggressively that without the general plan, we will continue to leave the door wide open to have us sitting in court defending the county's position and not having an updated general plan. So we need to complete it to be able to move into economic development, and that's the reason I elevated it to my top five priorities.
Well, that's my point. We're on schedule and gonna have that done here within the first 6 months of next year. But I just don't think that's really our economic development strategy. I mean, that's something we're gonna do anyway, you
Maybe
know?
we want credit for something.
Well, if that's what we're trying to do is get something on the
That's a
positive
different
side.
session.
No, okay.
That's a therapy.
Oh, credit.
And I have a consultant for that.
Don't worry, the UVAP and the general plan is not gonna give this board any credit. It's gonna create, the people that don't like what's in it are gonna hate it. The other people are gonna say, well, it's about the same as the old one anyway, so.
Well, I would just say here that E, F, G, and H, we shouldn't have to be laying this out again. I mean, we've been laying this out every week for the last, for maybe for 10 years. So it's not what's in the first column here. It's, that's part of our job. If we're not dealing with those, I don't know what we're dealing with. But the other part of it is what's in column 2 and column 3. And that's the part of it here that, you know, there are things that will support infrastructural development, and there are things that will allow infrastructural development to disintegrate the way it's been disintegrating over the 10 years we've been supposed to be taking care of it. And I think that's the part of it here that we need to really see is identify concrete things that lead to concrete results at what cost.